Namaskar friends, welcome to Illegal Desi. The first quarter of 2023 has already passed, and if you look back on the first 3 months, gaming in general was dominated by 5 games and 4 of those were remakes. Of course, I'm talking about Dead Space, Like a Dragon Ishin, Metroid Prime, and Resident Evil 4. There is a compelling argument to remake old games that were released no earlier than 15 years. Here's looking at you, The Last of Us. But the remake saga is just beginning. So here's a look at 10 upcoming remakes of classic games. Before we begin, if you like the video, do hit the like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot. Also, your feedback is very much appreciated down in the comments below. The remake of the almost 30-year-old game is the first to come to your systems on 30th May 2023. While an enhanced edition of the game came out in 2015, the remake straight from the ground up will put you back again into the shoes of a nameless hacker and his attempt to hack Shodan, the artificial intelligence that controls a space station which can destroy Earth. At number 9, it's Silent Hill 2 Remake. A new Silent Hill game has been long in demand by the fans of the series, and while that is still in the works, you are getting a Silent Hill 2 Remake as the first iteration. Currently in development by Bloober team, the development for the game is completed and the only thing pending is for a release date to be announced. So I'm expecting this to be highlighted during the next PlayStation showcase. The critically acclaimed and much beloved RPG from Star Wars is now getting a complete remake under the Embracer Group. What we understand is this game is also being rewritten for the present audience. Originally made by BioWare with a sequel created by Obsidian, the current version of the remake was initially being developed by Aspyr Studios but has since been rebooted under Saber Interactive. Very little is known about its progress, but many put the release of KOTOR to 2025. Even when the first Max Payne was released, it was considered way ahead of its time. From the noir-style storytelling to the bullet time combos that revolutionized third-person action video games. A few months back, Remedy announced that it is working on remaking the first 2 games from the ground up using their Northlight engine, the same one that made Quantum Break and Control. This game, when launched, was peak of PS3 era, showing the protagonist Juliet Starling, who's actually a zombie hunter fighting hordes of zombies, a brainchild of Suda and James Gunn that shouldn't have worked out but somehow managed to. While the reception wasn't outstanding originally, it has since gained a cult status with fans, thus forcing the developers to announce a remake due to popular demand. While Suda and James Gunn will not be a part of this new iteration, it is expected that the game will stick to its original roots with modernization for the current generation. The much anticipated remake announced during the 2020 Uplay event was originally being developed by Ubisoft Pune, but due to internal politics within different Ubisoft divisions, most notably Ubisoft Montreal, as well as critics slamming the game due to its poor optimization that was shown during that event, the development has since shifted to Ubisoft Montreal. Currently, there is no release date announced, and it is expected that the game might launch in early 2024. In terms of a game, you may not know this game even existed, as it was only released in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. However, it was critically acclaimed in Europe. An immersive RPG featuring a human versus orc battle in a medieval setting, and you, an unnamed protagonist, starting out as a prisoner in a mine, and the story then plays out from there. The remake will open the first game to the global audience, and while it has been announced, this currently stands without a release date. It might not be a new entry, but thankfully a remake of Sam Fisher's first game is finally coming after years of waiting. Ubisoft Toronto sits at the helm of the project and plans to rebuild the game from scratch using the Snowdrop engine. The classic stealth elements of the original game will remain while adding a new flavor thanks to the advancement in technology. Currently, this one too sits without a release date, but Ubisoft has assured that this game is in active development. While its bigger cousin Age of Empires has received 4 iterations, 1 remaster and 2 remakes since its inception, the fans always have wanted a second iteration of the Age of Mythology series. A few months ago, Microsoft finally listened to the request and announced Age of Mythology Retold to bring the 20-year-old game to a new audience. It is expected that this game will release in around October of this year. And finally at number 1, it's The Witcher Remastered. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt made the Witcher series so mainstream that everyone has been eagerly waiting for the next entry in the Witcher saga. However, there is one game that a lot of the current generation of gamers could not witness. That was the original Witcher, which was launched in 2007 and only for the PC. Now CD Projekt Red announced last year in October that they are working in remaking the first Witcher, being rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5 under the codename Canis Majoris. The game is a few years out, but out of all the games currently in the works, this is the one I'm most eagerly waiting for. So, among these 10, which is your most expected game? And do mention your choice in the comments below. Anyways guys, that's gonna do it for the video and I will see you in the next one.